Hi everybody, Carl Del Rocco back again here at Southern Connecticut State University in New Haven, Connecticut for the 4th episode of I'll Eat That, our cooking show that we do here. I'm Chef Carl, and today we're going to be doing fettuccine Alfredo with grilled chicken on top. And it's going to be great. I came up with it the other day. It's going to be very simple, as are all our dishes. I think anyone can make it. So first things first, my customary hand washing that I get a lot of comments on. And again, a little bit of warm water, hand soap, cleanliness, the most important thing. In case this is your first time tuning in, you always want to be clean. You don't want someone with dirty hands touching your food. Okay, nothing crazy. Just a nice lather, and we are good. Okay. All right, so to get started, I will show you our ingredients. I've used these in, I think, 3 out of 4 of the things we've done. It's just regular Purdue, they're called shortcuts. It's just grilled chicken, it's already cut for you, it's already cooked. The point of this show is to keep it simple. It's really geared towards college kids or people who aren't, natural cooks. So it's simple stuff that literally anyone, you could take these, open it up, put it on top of a salad, and you're done, And anybody can make a salad. So that's the idea. Stuff that everyone can make. So this is what we'll be using. This is just a jar of Alfredo sauce. It's Bertolli. It's good stuff. Bertolli makes a lot of stuff. I believe they make pasta too. I'm not sure. But this is good stuff. I've used it before. It's inexpensive. And we're literally just going to pour it in a pot. Maybe put a tiny bit of water in and just let it simmer until our pasta's done. So that's that. We have olive oil, extra virgin. I'm just gonna put my chicken into a low setting in a saute pan just to brown it up a little bit. Again, it's already cooked, so you don't have to cook it, obviously, and you don't wanna overcook it. So I'm gonna put it on the lowest setting and just kind of let it sit, okay? The next thing is fettuccine. You can find it in any grocery store. I believe the lowest it comes in is a pound. This is a pound. I don't know if we're gonna do the whole pound. I'm gonna gauge it as I go. A pound of macaroni is a lot. You can feed usually probably 3 or 4 people, depending on how much you eat. So we're gonna gauge it because you don't wanna have too much pasta and not enough sauce, and vice versa. You don't wanna drown it in sauce. So we'll see as we go. But that's that. Regular seasonings that we always use: salt, pepper, garlic powder, and a little parsley to do afterwards, okay? So let's get started. I already put water in my pan, in my pot. It doesn't have to be super hot. It shouldn't be super cold. It's more of a lukewarm, kind of room temperature-ish. We're gonna be boiling it. So I'll turn that on, and we're gonna put that on the highest setting, because water, waiting for it to boil, you know what they say, a watched pot never boils. So it does take a little bit. I think the scientific, they taught us in culinary, it's like 7 minutes maybe, 7.5, I'm not sure, it's been a long time. But we're gonna start this one up, and this is our chicken. So we're gonna put this on low, and I'm gonna put a little oil. Just cover the bottom of the pan, you don't need much. Spread that around like that. Okay, so we're gonna put our chicken right in the pan and just leave it. You really don't even have to do anything with it because we're literally just warming it up. But you get a nice oil on there, and that'll give it a nice little color once it does heat up. Put it on around a 3, okay? Throw this away. If you throw your stuff away as you go, you don't have garbage at the end. So, our oil, we don't need that. That can go to the side. Okay, our water is starting. Now we're gonna do our sauce. Okay. Again, you might need to add a little water, but we're gonna see. We're gonna put that on about a medium to start. And we're just gonna load it up. Get every bit, because you did pay for it. So you wanted to get the most out of it. Okay. Okay. And we are going to use a little bit of water just to loosen whatever's left up. Okay. Shake that up a little bit, just because I don't like to waste. Okay. And if you notice, it starts to get crazy thick after it starts simmering and everything. You can add more, but you probably shouldn't have to. And again, a pound of macaroni, I can already tell you, a pound of pasta is way too much for that. So we're gonna probably do it by half, you know, once our water is boiled. All right, so we got that. We're gonna go in here, spatula, so we can move our chicken around a little bit so the oil coats it. Again, this is on a very, very low setting. But you see, like I did in the other video, you have all three going at once. So you're multitasking. That's what cooking's about. You can't do one thing at a time. You gotta keep it moving, keep it moving. It's not for slow, it's for go. Okay? And again, a lot of this meal, to put it simply, is just waiting. So I'm actually gonna make these a little smaller because they do come in big chunks. You want it spread out across your pasta when it's done. Our water is really almost boiling already, so this is a good stove. Okay, so our chicken, we're just gonna let it sit. Let it go, let it simmer. Okay? The water, we're gonna add a little salt. You always wanna add a little salt. Okay? And we're gonna get our pasta ready. Okay? So this is a pound. We're gonna go. Let's see how much we just dump it in. Anybody can make pasta. You just need boiling water and pasta. So it's not don't think, oh my God, I can't make this. Probably do half the box. I'm going slow because I don't want to dump it all in at once. And again, if you have a stove, or not even a stove, well, burners, you can do this. So make any kind of pasta you want. If I was home, I'd be doing this homemade. I would make my own sauce, you know, my own everything. But this is not for me, this is for you guys. We're gonna heat this up a little bit, get this going. You can always lower it, stir it around. This we don't need, so we can get rid of that. This we don't need. be careful. See? I'm glad that happened. See, I rushed it. That shows you that mistakes happen. And you just keep going. So we're gonna leave that at about a medium. It's starting to loosen up. We're gonna lower our water. That's normal. Don't worry about it. Kitchen's about improvising. Oh. Okay. Can leave that. This is about a medium. This we can go a little bit. You don't want it to stick. Okay. And just let it go. Everybody likes their pasta different. I don't like mine to be what they call al dente. I like mine soft. Some people, you know, like it a little firmer, chewier, but not me. And I'm the one cooking, so. Chicken's getting nice here. And just keep it going. Could season the chicken a little bit. Doesn't come seasoned. So, a little salt. Pepper. Okay. And a little garlic powder. All right, again, back to the sauce. Stir it around. You don't want it to stick. Okay. Turn it up one notch. Pasta's going. Stay on it. It'll stick very easily. It's already starting to. So just stay on it. I think we did the perfect amount. But it's got a little bit to go. I can already picture this in my mind finished. It's gonna be good. And I've been feeding all my coworkers, I've been feeding my classmates, so this one I'm taking home. So, sorry guys. I'm spoiling you. Hope you guys enjoyed the last 3 episodes. I know I did. Again, I always do, but I'm thankful to be a student here at Southern. And thankful they chose me to do this. Very flattering. So, hopefully I'm doing it for the next 2 years till I graduate. Okay, this is bubbling over here, that's good. I know you guys are gonna laugh at me when you see that it spit at me out of the pan. Maybe I did that on purpose, just for comic relief. Move your pasta around. It's got a little while. So I talked to one of my uncles. I saw him, actually, unfortunately, I saw him at a funeral for another family member. And he mentioned the cooking show. And he said what he liked about it is, you know, you turn on Food Network and it's all professional and lights and cameras, and they make you feel like it's this big expert and you can't do it. He said, but when you do it, it's just a regular guy in the kitchen, talking, moving around, buying stuff from the regular grocery store, and it gives you just like a simple feel. And I didn't look at it that way until he said it, but he's right. He's right, because literally any of you can do this. Someone who's really never cooked can do this. You can boil water and put pasta in it. You can put cooked chicken in a pan and leave it there, and you can dump a jar of sauce in there. Anyone could. Literally anyone. A kid, to be honest. So I like that. And that's what I was aiming for when I started doing this. So I'm glad it's noticed, you know? Because trust me, I am just a regular cook. There's people much more talented than I. So just a little story while we're waiting here. And I'm just always moving, that's just me, even when I'm not cooking. This sauce you can let go, it's not gonna boil, or burn, I mean. You want it to thicken up a little bit. And that can stay. This can stay. We're almost there. Okay. Again, when I do that, I'm feeling how firm the pasta is. Just by touching it, I can tell it's still pretty firm. So I'd say a few more minutes on this. For now, I'm gonna clean up a little bit while I'm waiting. You should always be doing something. Don't just stand there, you know? Okay. This way. We're getting there. We're getting there. I actually want the chicken to get a little browner. I'm not gonna turn it up. The key, when you're cooking, when you're sauteing, the way you know that you did the perfect temp, this is the perfect temp right now, that's why I'm not touching it. It's on a little below a medium, we'll say a low medium, is that the oil is not sticking or burning to the pan. And that happens to me a lot. I'm sure it happens to everyone. That's the worst, trying to scrub a pan that has oil caked onto it, or butter, or whatever you're using. The best thing to use is called clarified butter. And that's the first thing they taught us in culinary school, is how to make clarified butter. But it takes a long time, it takes like over a day in the fridge. I could actually maybe do that one time for one of these and pull it up the next thing, but it's the purest form. It really does not burn. And any cooks watching this, they know. But for the average person, you just kind of got to gauge it. Again, that's why gas heat is much more preferred, because you can literally adjust just a slight. But I'm getting the feel for this one. So we're getting there. All right, let me see this pasta here. Okay. I think we're there. I don't want to rush it. I think we're there here. We're gonna lower this. This is pretty much done. We're gonna leave that on a low setting. And we're gonna leave this, and we'll let this go a little bit. Again, always cleaning up as you go. Saves you time at the end. This can go. Okay, here's our strainer that we're gonna use in a minute. Okay. turn this off. Come over here to our other sink. Always be very careful grabbing this. Obviously it's boiling water. So bring over to your sink. Hold your strainer. Always hold it away from your body, everything. And just very slowly, very slow. Okay, until it's all in there. All right. Move that around. Okay. Now, here's what we're gonna do. Get that out of there, put it back in the pot. Okay. Strainer, you don't need that anymore. We're gonna come over here, turn this back on a low setting. Okay. We're gonna turn our sauce off, bring our sauce over, and dump that right in there. Okay. Get every bit you can get out of there. All right. Okay. That should do it. It's dirty. That's dirty. Now we're gonna move it around. Perfect amount of sauce for this amount of pasta. Who doesn't love Alfredo sauce? Well, I'm sure there is people who don't, but turn our chicken off. Turn this off. Everything's off. Everything's hot. Okay. And our chicken is seasoned, don't forget, so you don't have to do anything else seasoning wise. Get our serving plate. Okay. Be very safe here. And look at that. That's beautiful. Even it out. Got our chicken. Okay. Lay that on top. Again, evenly. Look at that. See? Okay. Look at that. Just a little parsley for some aesthetic value and a little flavoring. Parsley's kind of not really a flavorful thing, but just cover it, make it look nice. And that is our chicken fettuccine Alfredo, and it is beautiful. And I hope you make this at home. Give me some feedback and let me know how yours came out. I'm gonna take this home for dinner tonight. And thank you. I'm Carl Delarocco. This is the 4th episode of I'll Eat That here at Southern Connecticut State University, New Haven, Connecticut. And hope you'll join me again. Thanks.